The 9 out of 10 reason why a lot of us stress is because of the university applications, especially if we hadn't been able to proceed with our applications. So now I'm going to give you a simple tutorial, because a lot of people actually think that to complete a university application you need your laptop, and that is not the case. You can use your phone. This is why I am making this video, for you to be able to see a guide on how to apply to the University of Fort Hare using your cell phone. So feel the vibe with me, hold your phone, make sure that the video is on full screen mode and you're holding it vertically so that you can see and be in the application process in order for things to be easier for you. What you're going to need is the certified copy of your ID and your recent results. So please make sure that each and every document is on its own and it's certified. I am Sim Gifty, if you do not know. If you're new to this channel, please make sure that you smash the subscribe button, share this video and comment your thoughts, as well as check other university application guidelines on my other videos. Let's just enjoy the fun on the application process. Please watch the entire video, I beg you. Thank you so much. I'm excited for the subscribe. But yeah, that's a story for another day. So thank you. The first thing that you have to do before applying is go to your Chrome app and say UFH online application, because we're looking at the University of Fort Hare online application. Then after that you click here on apply online / University of Fort Hare. Then this is the page that you're going to be led to, but we want to apply. What do? We're going to press here on the drop down. Then after pressing on that drop down, we're going to look at that apply now there at the bottom. We'll press on that apply now. Then this is the online application system that you're going to be introduced to. This is the first step of your online application system. Then are you a South African or an international applicant? You're going to choose if you're South African or you're an international applicant. Then your name, then your surname, then your email, then your gender, your age group. You can say maybe if you are 17, you're going to click on the first option. If you're 18 to 24, you're going to click and click. Then your cell phone number, it should be typed the way, this is an example of how you should type your number. It should be plus your country code, then the number. Then applicable level of study. It's undergraduate for those who are in grade 12 and those who just completed their matric and did not go and further their studies, or those who want to start a new degree. Then it's honors for those who are furthering their degrees. Then it's masters for those who are also furthering their qualifications, also PhD. Then applicable faculty. This is where you're going to choose which course you want to do. If you want to do teaching or the Bachelor of Education, you're going to click on Education. This is the faculty where you find the degree where you want to be a teacher. Then for Health Sciences, those who want to be nurses, optometrists, doctors, you click on Health Science. If you want to do LLB or Bachelor of Laws, you're going to click on Law. You're going to click on Management and Commerce if you want to become degrees. Then Science and Agriculture, you're going to click there for Bachelor of Agriculture in what, Bachelor of Science in what. Then Social Sciences and Humanities. This is where you find the arts, the Bachelor of Arts in this, the Bachelor of Arts in this, the Bachelor of Social Sciences as well. Then after selecting, you're going to type the degree that you want to do here. Then after that, you're going to consent. You're going to consent that the University of Fort Hare can use the information collected for marketing and communication purposes in line with the POPIA Act. Then you click on Apply Now, which will lead you to the second step of your application. This is the second step of your application. They're going to ask you, do you have a UFH student number already? You're going to say yes if you do have it. You're going to say no if you don't have it. Then, are you returning to complete an application? This is the one for those who have an application. Let's say you started applying last week, but you didn't complete your application. You're just going to say yes. Then if you are completely new to the system, you're going to say no. Then after that, you're going to accept the rules or the POPI clause. After accepting, you're going to click on next. Then it will take you to the next application step. So this is the third application step, where you'll have to fill in this entire form. So they're going to ask you if you're a South African citizen. So you're going to say yes if you're a South African citizen possessing a valid ID from South Africa or birth certificate from South Africa. If you're not a South African citizen, you're going to select no, and then you're going to fill in your passport details. Then here in this case, you can say yes. Then after that, you will type in your ID number. After typing in your ID number, you will select your gender, if you are male or female. Then after that, you select your date of birth by clicking here on this small calendar. That is where you're going to select your date of birth. And please remember that these red stars mean that the field is compulsory for you to fill in. Make sure that you fill in each and every field that has a red star. Let's continue. The title, whether you are Mr. Advocate, Dr., Miss, Mrs., you can select. Then your initials. This is the first alphabet. If you have one name, you can just say, let's say your name is Sim, you'll just type S. If maybe it's Sim, then your second name is Tom, or your middle name is Tom, you're going to say ST. Then your surname, you're going to type your surname in here. Then your first names, you type both of your names. If you have two names or three names, you're going to type all of them there. Then the maiden name is unnecessary, especially for those who are not married or those who were not previously married. Then you're going to choose your marital status. Are you single, divorced, married, or a widow or a widower? You select. Then your home language, you're going to choose from any of this. If you cannot find your home language here, you can just say other black language, especially if you're a black person. If you're another person of another race, you can just choose other or other European language. The ethnic group, this is where you're going to choose here. Then are you employed? You can see it's not compulsory, but you can answer that. What did you hear about them? You will just click here and see the options. Then is the bursary required? If you're someone hoping to get funded next year, you're definitely going to select yes. Then after this, you are going to your address information. So you will type in your street address. Then after that, it's a street name, your suburb name, your town name, your province name, and your postal code. In order for you to be able to get your postal code, you have to click in this search icon. Then after that, maybe you search the place or the postal code as it is, then it will appear. Then you click on it. After clicking on that postal code, this is how you're going to be able to fill it in. Even on your next of kin address, you're going to do the same. So contact information, this is where they want your contact number that they can contact you with regards to your application. So you're going to type in your South African cell phone number if you're South African, or your cell phone number if you're an international student. Then you are going to, if you do have a work telephone number, it's non-compulsory, or alternative cell phone number is non-compulsory, but you can fill in if you have those. Then your email is compulsory because it has this star. You need to fill in your valid email. And then on verify email, it means you're going to fill in your email once again. The same email that you filled above is going to be the same email filled below. Then after that, do you want to apply for a residence? If you want to apply for residence offered by this university, you're going to click yes. If you do not want to apply for residence that is offered by the university, you're going to say no. You can apply for a residence that is off campus. Then that is how you're going to go about it. Then after that, if you have disabilities or impairments, you're going to click here, you're going to tick on this small box. But if you do not have any of the impairment or a disability, you're just going to click on next. This next icon is going to be available once everything is complete. After completing the previous application step, you're going to be led to this application step where you fill in the next of kin contact information and their address and the account contact details. So let us go to the next of kin address. The next of kin could be your mother, your father, your brother, whoever will be called in case of an emergency. Okay, so this is the person that you need to fill in the information of. Their names, their cell phone number, and their alternative cell phone number. And it's also compulsory. Then after that, their address. It could be the same as yours. You do as you did for the postal code. If they do not have an email address, you can simply type in your email address. Then after that, account contact details. Under this account contact details, you're going to load the details of somebody who will be responsible for any payments made to the institution. This can be yourself or any other party. Let's say you owe the university. This is the person that is going to be held responsible. It could be your mom, it could be your dad, it could be yourself. Then after that, you click on next, and then we continue with the application process. This is the step you're going to be directed to. The results details. So you're going to indicate the year that you're doing your matric or that you did your matric. If you completed your matric in 2018, you're going to type 2018 here on the first box. Then if you're doing your matric currently, you're going to type 2023. So the applicant is actually doing matric this year. After typing 2023, it's going to automatically load itself. Then you click maybe. If you're an undergraduate, obviously I've explained that as I explained in the beginning of the application, what an undergraduate means, what a postgraduate means. You can also check out my other videos where I explain in detail. Then are you upgrading? If you're an upgrading student, you're going to click yes. If you are not upgrading and you are currently in matric, you're going to say no. Or if you're not upgrading at all, you're going to select no. So in this case, it's a no. Are you completing or have completed a South African or international matric? You're going to choose. If you're South African, you're going to choose South African matric. If you're an international student, you're going to select international matric. Then after that, if you already have an examination number, you're going to type in. If you do not, then you're going to go to this final school leaving certificate. You're going to click on this icon. Then after clicking on this icon, it will take you to another site where you actually select what you are doing. So you will just say grade 12 learner if you are in grade 12. Then there are other options that you will choose, especially if you are not in grade 12. Subject details. This is where you fill in your subject details, your school leaving subject. You always click on this. Then you're going to select the subject that you did. In this case, it's going to be agricultural sciences. Then after that, your final grade 11 symbol. That is your level. From level 1, if you got a level 5, you're going to click on 5. Then we're going to look at your mid-year grade 12 percentage because it's a grade 12 learner that is applying here. If you have completed your matric, you're going to follow a similar step. After loading your grade 12 percentage, what you are going to do, the symbol for grade 12 is actually level 5 because it's between 60 and 69. That is level 5. Then after that, you click on add subject. After clicking on add subject, it is going to show this that you have loaded your first subject. Then after that, you're going to click on school leaving subject again. Then that means you're going to select your second subject. You're going to fill this in up to 7 subjects. After doing so, you will be eligible to click on next to proceed to the next step of your application. After filling in your marks, you're going to be led into this application step. So the educational institution or institutions, where this is where they ask you your school details. Which school did you attend last? You're going to click on that icon, the magnifying glass icon. Then you're going to look for your school here, but if you can't, you're going to click on the search button. Then you type in the name of your school and then you type in another percentage. Then after that, your school will appear and you click on it. Then it will automatically fill in here. What are you currently doing? You're still going to click here. Then it will give you options to select. Then after that, if you have studied at another institution, you're going to say yes, but it will automatically say no if you haven't. Then after that, you click on next. Then this is the step that you're going to be led to, where you apply for your qualifications, where you select your qualifications. Academic year, that means 2024. If you're applying for next year, obviously a lot of you are applying for next year already. So limit your selection to a specific faculty. This is what you did at the beginning of your application. So should you want education, you click on education, law, whatever you want to click, you click. Then after that, you choose a program. you're going to click on that icon. The courses that you currently qualify for are the ones that are going to be shown. Then after selecting the course, for which period are you applying for? Obviously, you're applying for first year. How would you like to study for this program? If you want to be in the university, you're just going to say full-time or contact. Then when would you like to study for the qualification? This is where you're just going to say the semester 1 or semester 2, like it's going to automatically fill itself. Then after that, you're just going to say add qualification. Then you repeat the same process again, choosing another qualification, your second option qualification. Then after that, you're going to click on next to continue to another step of this application process. So this is the final step of your application. That means you are going to scroll, and then down there you're going to click on continue. After that, you are going to generate a PIN. But let's continue. This is where you generate your PIN. And then they say your PIN needs to be 5 numbers and cannot start with a 0 or contain special characters like commas, full stops, slashes, and so on. This cannot use consecutive numbers. It should not be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. It should be random numbers that are not consecutive. In this case, I'm just going to use 64109. It's 5 numbers that are non-consecutive. Then after that, I accept the terms and conditions. Then I submit my application. Then after clicking on submit application, they're going to ask you if you do have electronic copies of your documents. Please guys, don't forget to subscribe and watch other videos, tutorials on how to apply to different institutions, because all these institutions have their own different application system, and I would really be happy if all of you are successful in completing your application. And subscribe, share this video for others as well. Thank you so much. Goodbye.